Moneylender makes it easy to generate 1098 forms for both your borrower and the IRS. Before beginning, make sure that all the payments for the previous calendar year have been recorded. Moneylender will automatically switch to reporting for the previous year on the first of the following year. To generate your 1098 forms, go to Regional, United States, Form 1098 Mortgage Interest Statement. If there's an update available, you'll be asked to update the software before continuing. Once you have the latest version, you can click Get Started, and Moneylender will scan all the loans in your portfolio to determine which loans should be reported to the IRS. Moneylender will present you with the loans that it believes should be reported to the IRS following the rules of $600 or more and not business accounts. You can adjust which loans will be reported. For example, if there are more taxes that you want to send to the borrower, but not enough interest to meet that $600 threshold. There's no penalty for reporting something below $600, but it is not required by the IRS. You can use the checkboxes at the top of each column in order to toggle on or off the entire column of checkboxes. You can use individual checkboxes to toggle on or off specific loans to be included in the 1098 generation. Moneylender will attempt to determine the best address for the mortgaged property based on if collateral is present, to use collateral. Otherwise, if the physical address differs from the mailing address, to use the physical address, and where the mailing address and physical address are the same, to use the mailing address. You can, on a loan-by-loan basis, override these settings as desired. When we click Continue, we'll be given a list of problems in our records. If a borrower is missing address or tax ID information, if a lender has incomplete tax ID or address information, Moneylender will prompt you to correct that information. Any changes that you make will be stored to the underlying borrower or lender record as needed. Once all your data is correct, you'll be able to send 1098 forms to your borrowers. First, we print and email 1098 forms. Moneylender can generate substitute 1098 forms, which you can email for any borrowers that have email addresses and print for any borrowers that don't have email addresses. You can click Preview Statements to see what the 1098 substitute forms will look like. And then at the very bottom here, Attach Statements to Loans. Click this, and it will attach a PDF of the 1098 form for the tax year to each of the loans involved. Next, we can save a spreadsheet of the 1098 data. This export will be an Excel-compatible list of the information reported on your 1098 forms. When you're done, click the filing options for the IRS. The easiest option is just to have me file the 1098s for you electronically. When you click this button, you'll be able to enter your credit card payment information. Your 1098 data will be securely uploaded to my server, and I will then upload it to the IRS on your behalf. You'll receive several notices as it goes through the approval process with the IRS. Generally, it takes up to a week when the IRS is busiest, and it can take as little as 2 or 3 days. If you have your own read versions of the IRS forms that you receive from them, you can elect to print directly onto those forms. You'll need to print a 1096 cover letter along with the bundles of 1098 forms for each of your lenders. First, I'll print a 1096 cover letter for this lender. Before printing on the red version of the form, try printing onto the black version of the form. That way, if there's an alignment problem, you can fix it without having to waste an official form. If everything lines up just fine, you're okay to put in the red form and print. If it doesn't line up properly, measure the difference in alignment and make adjustments here. If you need it to move to the left, you can use a negative adjustment or a positive adjustment to move to the right. Similarly, a positive adjustment will shift things down and a negative adjustment will shift things up. Once we have our 1096 cover letter, we can print the 5 1098 forms that go along with this lender. Again, it's a good idea to print onto the black form first to ensure that the alignment is satisfactory. Make any adjustments needed, and then print onto the official red form. Once we've finished printing for the first lender, we can go to the next lender and print a 1096 cover letter for them, and then print our 1098 forms. Then you can mail all those forms to the IRS and you're done. If you have your own transmitter code to submit electronic tax return data through the IRS Fire system, you can generate an IRS Fire file and upload it directly. Fill in your transmitter code information and then generate the tax return file. Upload that file with the IRS and you should be done for the year. Thanks for watching and thanks for choosing Moneylender Professional.